And that completes my face makeup tutorial, how to get ready with me. I don't know what we want to call this, but hey beauty babes, welcome back to my channel. I am Maria, aka AgapeLoveGirl. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I have a very requested video for you. This is something that I never thought that I would do, just because there's so many videos of people, beauty gurus, you know, applying their makeup along with their eye looks, and I always thought that that was something that is a little bit more personal. Everyone applies their face makeup a little bit differently, and it's interesting to hear how so many people get so riled up about the way people apply their makeup and what they use. And you know, the thing is, like, what works for some doesn't always work for everyone. That's why I don't typically do tutorials on how to do face makeup, because the way I do it is not quite perfect. It's just the way I do it, and it's what works for me, and the products I use are products that work for me. But I really think the main reason why this video is so requested is because many of you are curious to see how I go from this to looking like this, because in most of my Get the Look tutorials, my face and my eye makeup is like a hot mess, and you guys are probably wondering, how the heck do I get away with making such a mess of my eyes and then come off looking like this? I've even had people commenting in a passive-aggressive way, suggesting that I do a lot of like video editing or photo editing magic to make my face look so much better afterwards, which is, I should take as a compliment, I guess, but it's just kind of funny because I don't do that. I really don't have the time to sit here and like magically video edit my face to look perfect or whatever. So really, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, since I have gotten so many requests to do this video, I decided to go ahead and just show you how I put my face on and what I use, the products I use, how I apply, and all this. And again, I just want to remind you that this is just the way I do it. For those of you who are curious, this is not a tutorial. It's not a how you should do it. I mean, although if you'd like to take some tips from me, fine, go ahead. But this was just a requested video that I hope you guys enjoy, and I will be doing another one, maybe 2 other videos like this of how I put on my face, just because I don't do it the same every single day. There are times where I do the same thing almost every day, but I do change it up with the products I use and the tools I use and stuff like that. So I probably will, if you guys like this video, do another one in the future with the different ways that I apply my makeup and what products I use. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, first things first, we gotta go ahead and go in with anything to clean up any of the mess you made on your face. If you're like me and are messy with your eyeshadows, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with the fresh wipes and just kind of clean up any fallout that got all over my face. Here we go. Real quick. Next thing, I'm gonna go in with my Loreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB cream, and I'm going to use this along with my Real Techniques, which one is this? A buffing brush. I absolutely love this brush for putting on liquid foundation, and I like to just take it in my hand first, just a small dab, because it comes out quickly since it's so liquidy. And if you're not familiar with this stuff, it starts out white and then color matches to your skin. I love this stuff. So I'm just going to kind of tap it in there, and then I like to tap it on my face and then start buffing it in. Excuse the mirror, sorry. I'm used to doing this in my bathroom, so not used to using the viewfinder or such a small mirror. Now if I'm using a thicker, more full coverage foundation, I will usually go in with a beauty sponge like the one from Real Techniques that I love, and do that first, and then I like to go over it with the buffing brush just to kind of buff everything out and make it look a little bit more flawless. But because the BB cream is a little bit thinner and not so full coverage, I feel like I could really just get away with using just this brush without it looking too cakey or too streaky at all. I think that this BB cream really, you know, covers my face well and doesn't come off as streaky or cakey at all, so that's why I love it so much. So once I'm done with that, then I go in with my concealer. And normally I like to use, most of you guys already know, the e.l.f. HD brightening concealer, but I am completely out of that now, finally. I like it because it is very light and it has a yellow tone, and I know yellow tones don't work on everybody, but I prefer them. For me and my skin tone, I have more of an olive skin tone with, you know, yellow undertones, and I feel like the yellow really helps to conceal under my eyes. So what I'm going to go in with is this concealer that I got off of Luxe Pineapple, and I think the brand is called Serious Skincare, and this is just called the Bright EYE-dea Color Correcting Cream, and it is a yellow cream. So I'm just going to use that today. But like I said, typically I like to use the e.l.f. one. It is a liquid and I like to just kind of dab it on, but this is what I'm going to use for now since this is what I have. And I just like to take it on my finger and just kind of dab it here. After I'm done applying it, I just take one of these triangle like sponges, and you could also use the Real Techniques beauty sponge or your beauty blender, but I kind of just like this. I feel like because it is such a small and the shape is so like angled, it really kind of gets in here and is a little bit more precise. So then I just kind of pat, and you see how I kind of bring it slowly upwards. If you're familiar with my Get the Look tutorials, I'm pretty messy under my lower lash line, and that is because I do bring my concealer up so high once I'm putting it on, and so that does a lot of the cleanup. And then what I will do is just kind of pat it downwards. You guys all probably know that whole triangle way of applying concealer, and so that's just what I do. And I'll bring it, and I go ahead and bring it all the way back here, so then it does some cleanup even here on my eye makeup. And just do that to both sides. Just patting until it's all the way blended. I'll even kind of go down here and get under my nose right here where I have those little red marks, or red kind of veiny spots. And that is the extent of what I do for concealer. Then I go ahead and set that, and I like to take this Real Techniques setting brush. I love this brush. And then what I'm going to do to set it is, and sorry if I'm looking at the viewfinder instead of you guys, I'm just looking at myself to make sure I'm doing this right. So this, what I do to set it, most of you guys are familiar with this concoction that I came up with. This is a mixture of the Nye Banana Powder, again that has the yellow undertones, and it is a matte powder. And then I mix that with the e.l.f. HD brightening setting powder. I'll link it below because I can't remember if that's the name, but I do a mixture of both of those together. I've talked about this a few times on my channel already, and that's what I use to set my concealer. So just take some of that on that, and I actually apply it pretty heavily because then I'll just go ahead and blend it later, and I just dab it right on there, get it all up in there. Just blend and sweep. Next, I'm going to go in and just kind of set the whole rest of my face, and today I'm going to go ahead and use this Milani face powder. This is actually pretty light for my skin, but I'm just going to use it very, very lightly on the rest of my face. And I'm going to take this Real Techniques blush brush, but I like to use that as a setting brush because it is so big and fluffy, and it just does the job of really applying powder on my face without getting too much or making it too crazy. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm just gonna kind of just dab it in there and just swirl it around my face. And that's it for that. Next up, what I do is my bronzer contour. And lately I've been using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzing powder. And today I'm going to go back to an old favorite of mine because I haven't used it in a while. And that is the Bahama Mama from The Balm. And that's what that looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and use this brand new sculpting brush from Real Techniques. At least it's relatively new. I got it a couple weeks ago, but I've been loving it, using it and loving it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and, it's been a while since I've used this. Hopefully I don't get too heavy-handed with it. But I'm just going to go ahead and take that and contour. Alright, and then I like to use this little brush, and this is just kind of like a little crease brush. It's a fluffy blending kind of brush. This is from BH Cosmetics, and it came in their like Color Pop. I think it's like, that's what it's called, the Color Pop brush collection. And I love to use this for contouring my nose. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into doing that. I'm not ever too precise with my nose. I know I probably should be. That's kind of one of my beauty resolutions this year, is to contour my nose a little bit better. But this is just basically the gist of what I do. So bear in mind, this isn't perfect. This is just the way I apply my makeup. So I just kind of dip it in there and pat off the excess. And I kind of start down here with the tip of my nose and make an angled sweep upwards, because I want to try to make like the little triangle effect there. So I go to at an angle down here, and then just bring it up in a straight line as I can up the bridge of my nose, and then connect it to my eyebrow here. And just kind of sweep back and forth, braving that line there. And I will go back in and blend more of this out and clean it up. So it might look a little heavy-handed as I'm doing it, but I do go in and clean it up as much as I can to make it look a little bit more natural. And then I just do the same thing to the other side, bringing it close to the other line. And then next thing I do with this is go ahead and take it on my lip, just under the bottom there. Add a little bit of shadow and definition. Alright, and then once I'm done with that, I go ahead and go back in with that very fluffy blush brush that I use for setting powder. And with this, I just kind of go over and blend everything. Alright, next thing I do is my blush. And for that, I go in with this tapered brush from BH Cosmetics. It came in the same kit as this brush did. these brushes are so amazing. I really love them. They're so soft and I really just love them a lot. So anyways, this is the one I used for my blush. It is tapered. I'm going to go in with the Balm Hot Mama, and I love this one. It's very similar to one of my other favorites, which is the one from Mia Marry You. This gorgeous, oh, so beautiful. It has this gold shimmer reflect in it. I swear anything with a gold shimmer reflect in it as far as blushes is like my love. So I like this one because you don't necessarily, I feel like when you wear it you don't necessarily need a highlighter because it does have that gold shimmer in it that just like highlights. You'll see, I think, I hope. So anyways, I'm just gonna dab that in there. And I'm actually pretty heavy-handed with my blush as well because I do go back in again and blend some more out. So I like to just be pretty heavy-handed and just take it right here and also just take it all the way back this way. Let me look in the mirror and make sure I'm... And I don't really sweep, I kind of just pat and blend back. Did you see that? Like, it almost looks like I put a highlight there. Can you tell? I think you can tell in the viewfinder, at least from what I'm looking at. Okay, so there we go with that. And now I'm going to go back in with my Nye Banana Powder e.l.f. Setting powder, under eye setting powder concoction mix thing. And I'm going to go back in with that same brush I used earlier. And I'm just going to, again, go back over my eyes. Or under my eyes, I guess I should say. And just dab it on pretty heavy-handedly. I'm going to bring that kind of close to the end of my nose right here. Or edge of my nose here, sides of my nose. Bring it to my forehead. I also use this kind of as my highlight as well. Just put that on pretty heavy-handedly so there's still, it's not all the way blended. I'm just kind of leaving some product here. And then go back in again with that big old fluffy brush and use that to blend some more. The next thing I do with my face is go ahead and do my brows, and I actually already have a video tutorial on how I fill in my brows on the Luxe Pineapple channel, and I will go ahead and link that video below. So to save some time in this video, I'm not going to do that. Another way I fill in my brows is using the $1 Billion Brow Pencil, but I am actually out of that right now, so probably in my next face video I will include my brows and use the pencil when I get a new one. So until then, I will go ahead and just link the video below that I already have up for the way I'm going to be doing my brows right now. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and check that out. Okay, my brows are done, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I use this. I've got the Brow Drama from Maybelline. I already did a video review of this product, and I already had said it's not really perfect to use on its own, but I love the staying power it has, so I have been using it after I fill in my brows as more of a brow gel. So I just kind of take it and then lightly, you know, apply it to my brows in an upward motion and then kind of sweep back. And this really holds and keeps my brows in place all day, even better than the $1 Billion Brow Gel, which is what I typically use. I mean, this really holds it like glue, and so I really love it. Alright, the very next thing I do is use a setting spray, and I've been using recently the e.l.f. Makeup Mist instead. It really does mist really well, even better than the NYX one, even better than the other ones that I had been using, so I really like using this one. It does hold well and set my makeup for quite a long time, even through sweating and stuff like that, so I really like it. For $3 you really can't beat it. And so that is what I put on to set my makeup. I'm not going to do that on camera either because I really don't want a chance spraying my camera or anything like that, but that would be the next step. After that, the very next thing I do is apply liner to my waterline, and this is just, you could use any black liner. This is just what I've been using. Sometimes I use the Urban Decay one that I got in an Ipsy bag, but this just happens to be the one I could find right now. This is from Too Faced, and so I'm just going to apply that to my waterline and tightline. And then after that, I will apply mascara. I'm going to be using the Best Lash mascara from Jordana. I like this a lot, especially when I'm going to be wearing false lashes. This brush is really amazing, especially for the lower lash line, because it is just a kind of a smaller, simple brush. So I'll go ahead and apply that to my lower lash line first. Then before I do my top lashes, I like to do my liquid liner, and I can't seem to find the one I typically use, so I'm just going to grab this one, the You're So Fine from Elizabeth Mott. I got this in one subscription bag, I cannot remember which one. But I'm just going to apply a thin line to my upper lash line. And I just do that really quickly, just kind of line them. I will go back over it once I apply my lashes. And that's that. Then I will go ahead and do a quick coat on my top lashes. Normally I like to take a lot of time on my lashes and my mascara if I'm just wearing mascara, but since I am going to be applying falsies over this look, I'm just going to do a really quick sweep just to coat them before I put on my lashes. Alright, so after I do my mascara, really quickly I apply my lashes, and I have still not discovered how to apply them like a pro, so I am not going to be doing that on camera today, maybe in the future, but I just wanted to pop on really quick to let you know that I am going to be wearing my Esqido lashes. These are the Unforgettable lashes. This is what they look like. And the glue I'm going to be using is this one from Kiss Products, the Ever Easy Lashes. I like this one. I recently discovered it because it does have a, rather than squeezing out of the tube, it has this little, you know, kind of wand that makes it a little bit easier to apply and control. So I will be using that, and I will go ahead and pop on the camera once the look is complete. And back, and literally that took me like 20 minutes to get my lashes on. No joke. A good thing I didn't do that on camera. I look absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, I went ahead and did lips off camera as well because I do have an idea for a lip video coming up soon, and I think I'm going to go ahead and share that on the Luxe Pineapple channel coming up soon, because I have been getting a lot of questions about my lips and how I apply lipsticks and what I do to make my lips look the way they do. Not that it's anything crazy or dramatic, but anyways, that is a video in the future, so I went ahead and did that off camera, so you could look forward to that kind of video in the future. But if you're curious, what I did use is this Model Co. Nude Illusion Lip Liner. It is my favorite right now. It's what I pretty much use almost all the time when I'm lining my lips. I'm also using the Gerard Cosmetics lipstick in 1995, as well as their lip gloss in Buttercream. I decided to use these two because on my eyes I am wearing the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette from Morphe, and I decided to keep this look cohesively Jaclyn Hill. So that is what I am wearing on my lips for your information, and that completes my face. So anyways, I do plan on having or doing another how Maria gets her face on a video in the future. So if you do like this video, if you did like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up or leave a comment below and let me know, because this has been a requested video for a while. Surprisingly, I never thought it'd be something that anybody wants to see. So the way I know what to make videos on and things that you want to see is by you telling me. So definitely let me know. Love your feedback. So anyways, that is it. I will quit rambling and end this video. But until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye. This is how I get my face on, for those of you who are curious. Real text. Anyways, the Balm's Bahama, no, sorry, that's the bronzer. Best Last Mash, good guess, billion dollar brow gel. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and check with my, is this model, okay, my brow, Maybelline. Oh my god, I sound like I need all the help I can get. And